The news screens across the city were practically screaming doomsday. Headlines about monsters, mysterious disasters, and cosmic nonsense flashed one after another, leaving people in various shades of mildly panicked to, "Oh well, guess I'll die." At the school entrance, however, the students had gathered for something far more catastrophic than world-ending monsters: gossip. "Bro, this is just another hype train," one kid scoffed, waving at the glowing news ticker. "Remember the zombie rumors last year? Fake, fake, fake." But their attention shifted the moment Shui Qingzi appeared, the school flower, the girl everyone pretended not to stare at but absolutely stared at. "Oh, here she comes," someone whispered. The gossip floodgates burst open immediately. "Didn't she just break up with her boyfriend? Yeah, apparently she was just settling for him. She got into a top university while he couldn't even make it into an ordinary college. Harsh." But honestly, their futures were never compatible. She's like Ivy League. He's the local cafeteria menu. Wait, what was his name again? Fani? Fungi? Fangi. Pretty sure it's Fangi. As if summoned by sheer gossip magic, Fangi appeared right in front of Shui Qingzi. The crowd leaned in, ready for free front row drama. Shui Qingzi, perfectly composed as if she'd rehearsed this in a mirror, spoke calmly. "I've made up my mind. Our relationship isn't realistic anymore. High school love usually ends with that one realization, that we were never truly right for each other. A lasting relationship needs equal standing and courage. So, let's break up. Even if you tried everything, my decision wouldn't change." The crowd held its collective breath. This was the part where the poor fool was supposed to beg pathetically for another chance, right? Fangi stared with a blank face. Shui Qingzi thought, wow, is he so stunned he can't even talk? The peanut gallery whispered. "He's frozen. Bro's about to cry. Poor dude's still dreaming above his league." Finally, Fangi opened his mouth. "Alright." Just like that. No drama. No begging. Just a casual shrug of the soul. Shui Qingzi blinked. "Wait, what? That's it. If there's nothing else, I'll leave." Fangi added, brushing it off like someone declining extra rice at lunch. He turned to go. "Wait." Shui Qingzi called after him, confused and oddly offended by how unbothered he was. "No matter what you think or do, I will never come back to you." Fangi glanced back, eyes calm, voice cool. "Don't overestimate your importance. You're just the school flower." Boom. The crowd silently gasped. That wasn't just rejection, that was a headshot. Shui Qingzi stood frozen, speechless for the first time anyone could remember. Meanwhile, Fangi waved the whole conversation off like a bad sales pitch. "I'm too busy for this. Goodbye." And just like that, he walked away. A few students muttered in disbelief. "Wait, that's it? It's over? Breakup speedrun any %. Bro didn't even flinch. Coldest man alive." But while the crowd was reeling from the school's hottest drama, Fangi's mind was elsewhere. These people have no idea. Shui Qingzi, degrees, gossip, all meaningless. The world is about to collapse. I'm not the boy they once knew. I'm someone who has returned, from the future. Because last night, Fangi had seen it. Flashback, cosmic customer support. The night before, Fangi had been swallowed by strange visions. Shattered images spun around him as if reality itself had tripped over its own shoelaces. Then a countdown appeared before his eyes. 361 days until the revival of spiritual energy. And with it, monsters, chaos, and the complete bulldozing of society's rules. Degrees? Worthless. Reputation? A joke. Bank accounts? As useless as expired coupons. The message declared. A new era is coming. Power will be the only currency. The strong will rise as spiritual practitioners. The weak will be trampled. Naturally, Fangi did the reasonable thing. He panicked. Floating in a cosmic void, he shouted. "Who's there?" The void responded with blinding light and energy, blasting him like the world's rudest PowerPoint presentation. A glowing panel appeared. System activated, end of universe protocol online. Supreme algorithm engaged. Spiritual techniques will be generated from spiritual beings the user touches. Current techniques 0. Fangi stared at it, thinking, well, that's something. Then, without warning, a colossal beast with glowing red eyes lunged straight out of the interface. Lightning crackled, jaws wide open, chaos everywhere. Fangi's past life flashed before his eyes. He remembered being an ordinary, powerless human, running through collapsing streets as mutated beasts devoured everything. His homeland burned, his friends died, and in the end, he perished too, consumed by despair and hatred. But in that moment of death, his will to fight back had burned hotter than the flames around him. And somehow, the system had chosen him. Present. Now, standing among gossiping classmates, Fangi's golden-lit eyes carried a new weight. This year, I will change everything. I will use every event, every chance, every battle. Petty love stories and high school drama? They're behind me. Ahead lies the rise of spiritual power, and the end of the world as they know it. The system's voice echoed in his mind. User bound. path initiated. Everything in the world can be used to forge techniques. Fangi smiled faintly, walking away from Shui Qingzi as if nothing had happened. After all, who cared about a breakup when the apocalypse was about to begin? Meanwhile, in the wider world, the officials of Xia went on TV with straight faces and doomsday-level seriousness. Citizens, humanity is facing an unprecedented crisis. Forget your textbooks, your degrees, your carefully memorized math formulas. They're useless now. You must adapt to the unknown. Very reassuring. Truly confidence-inspiring. Fangi, standing among a crowd of half-bored students, thought, yep. This is it. The beginning. The officials weren't even pretending to calm the public. No, everything is under control. No, trust the government. Just good luck, don't die. Nearby, someone's phone buzzed with an emergency alert. The screen flashed bizarre images, distorted landscapes, twisted animals, a big red warning. People muttered uneasily. Strange. Fangi narrowed his eyes. In the old timeline, news like this would have been instantly censored. Zia's way was usually subtle. They didn't scream. We're all gonna die. They'd issue indirect warnings like, please wear sunscreen, and also maybe build an underground bunker just in case. It was slow. It was tiring. But at least it didn't evolve into rioting and looting like the neighboring countries. For Fangi though, every strange thing had a new meaning. The system had told him anything unusual could become a source of power. So when his phone flashed a new headline, highest UV levels in a century at King Chan University, freshmen please bring sunscreen, he didn't laugh it off like everyone else. The students around him chuckled. Wow, the university paid to trend, huh? Extreme UV? Bro, my skin's already fried, nothing new. Fangi ignored them. He looked up at the sky. The clouds above didn't match the warning reports. Even stranger, his phone showed the UV index at 0. Yet King Chan University, just 15 minutes away, was supposedly cooking under lethal sunlight. He smiled. So it begins. Welcome to King Chan University, where the sun hates you. By the time Fangi arrived at the north gate, the casual sunscreen notice had turned into something biblical. The sun blazed unnaturally, scorching the ground. Students ran, shrieking as the heat became unbearable. But Fangi? Calm. Cool. Watching glowing motes of light float lazily in the burning air like fireflies from hell. He crouched and touched one. Zap zap. The light pulsed and exploded into him. Ag hey! The crowd gasped. Some shaded their eyes. Others whipped out their phones. Bro just went Super Saiyan. No dude, that's Ultra Instinct. Nah, that's gotta be DLC powers. Pay to win, I swear. Meanwhile, Fangi screamed as solar energy tore through his veins. His skin burned, his vision exploded into golden light, and for a moment, he genuinely thought he was about to die. Then, the system chimed in like a smug video game announcer. Solar attribute template activated. Congratulations. Golden sun breathing technique acquired. Light erupted from his body. His hair turned white, his eyes blazed gold, and lightning danced around him. The bystanders? Absolutely losing their minds. He looks like a god. Or a glowing rotisserie chicken, can't tell. Meanwhile, the freshmen welcome. At the university's registration area, the mood couldn't have been more different. Shui Qingzi arrived, instantly stealing the spotlight as multiple boys tripped over themselves to offer help. Need help with your luggage? Join my club, we have air conditioning. Free flyers. Take one, it's limited edition. Shui Qingzi rejected them all with a polite but firm. Thanks, but no need. She stood beside her new classmates, unimpressed. These boys are hopeless. Completely love-struck. Then the explosion of light hit. Boom! The ground trembled, the sky lit up, and every student turned to see the north gate glowing like the sun had decided to attend orientation. The loudspeakers crackled. Attention! Please stay away from the north gate due to, an incident. Shui Qingzi's eyes narrowed. Something strange is happening again. At the north gate. The scene was chaos. Smoke, flames, glowing energy. And Fangi standing in the middle of it, radiating like the second coming of the sun god. The system panel hovered before him. Golden sun breathing technique unlocked. Writing points gained, 59. Writing points? He muttered. What the hell do I need, an essay grade? Whatever. Must be useful. As the golden aura surged around him, the system clarified further. By staring at the sun and breathing in solar heat, user may strengthen their body. So basically, become powerful by roasting yourself alive. Great. The crowd formed quickly. Some students screamed. Some laughed nervously. Some swore they felt the temperature drop instead of rise. Then the president of King Chan University stormed in with security. Why are you all still here? Warnings were issued. Back to check-in or you lose points. A hooded officer barked. Seal the north gate immediately. Re-establish the perimeter. The president, sweaty but authoritative, nodded. Another system notification flashed in front of Fangi. Contaminated zone level 1 purified. He froze. Wait. Contaminated zones are officially recognized? The government already knows about spiritual energy? Before he could think further, a broadcast thundered. All unrelated individuals must evacuate the north gate immediately. Military forces rolled in, rifles raised, sealing the area. The crowd buzzed with fear and confusion. Are those soldiers? What's going on? Why does it feel like a sci-fi movie? Fangi clenched his fists. Too many eyes. Too much attention. Time to go. Without hesitation, his golden aura flared, and with a powerful leap, he launched himself skyward, leaving the stunned crowd behind. The hooded officer stepped through the smoke like he'd just come out of a video game cutscene. He knelt, scooped up a glittering shard from the ground, and held it to his eyes. A crystal fragment. This event wasn't an accident, he murmured darkly. Someone has already begun resonating with spirit energy. Security barked orders, shooing away the crowd like pigeons. The officer ignored the chaos, still studying the fragment with the calmness of a man who probably collected weird rocks in his childhood. Nearby, Shui Kingzi froze. Spirit energy? Did humans cause this? Her mind replayed the glowing figure she thought she'd glimpsed earlier. Could that shadow have been Fani? She shook her head immediately. Don't be ridiculous. Fani? The guy who barely scraped through exams? As if he could even get into King Chan University. That evening, Fangi versus his own sweat. At home, the sun set, but Fangi was still roasting alive. He lay sprawled on his bed, drenched in sweat like a man who'd lost a fight with his own air conditioning. Cold showers? Useless. Ice packs? Melted in seconds. Air conditioning? Might as well have been a hairdryer. He groaned. At this rate, I won't sleep tonight. I'll just evaporate. As he wiped his face, another worry hit him. What if today's chaos exposed me? Grabbing his phone, he scrolled through the trending news. Sure enough, a post from the Spirit Energy Practitioners Association was blowing up. He frowned. That weird online forum? The one that used to post cultivation memes nobody took seriously? The announcement looked different now. Official formatting, government watermark, a full list of cultivation ranks. The Zia country seal gleamed at the bottom. It's real. In his past life, he'd never seen this. Back then, he was just an ordinary guy running for his life, not browsing online manuals. Now, it seemed the government was openly acknowledging early awakeners. Sitting cross-legged on the bed, he muttered. Fine. If the world's gone official with this, then I'd better get serious. He closed his eyes, inhaling deeply. The heat surged again, but he forced his breathing to steady. Flames of golden energy flickered, then swirled. Slowly, his body lifted off the mattress. Step 1, strengthen the body into a vessel. Step 2, become a living weapon. Form of the divine axe. He commanded. Energy roared. Golden light condensed. The system chimed. Congratulations. Breakthrough to Ghost Axe 1-star rank. Another notification popped up. 50 writing points available. Oh right, I forgot about those. The system explained, writing points could forcibly embed power into anything. Fangi blinked. Anything? Like anything? To test, he picked up a mug. The system politely asked. Embed sun attribute into mug? Cost, 1 writing point. Why not? The mug glowed like the Holy Grail. Fangi smirked. So it works. Which means a sword, a gun, anything could become a divine weapon. His eyes drifted to the sheathed sword in his case. Soon. But I need to test more first. Midnight rabbit problem. Outside, under the moonlight, something stirred in the forest. A mutated beast crept closer, glowing red eyes glinting in the dark. Black feathers bristled along its body as it crouched low. Yes. A rabbit. A rabbit of nightmares. Inside his apartment, Fangi groaned, coughing. He shifted on his bed before suddenly sitting up. His ears twitched metaphorically, his new senses sharper than ever. Coughing. Not mine. Not normal. He stepped into the living room, listening. The sound echoed from the corridor. Opening the door a crack, he peered out. And there it was. The red-eyed, feathered mutant rabbit. Even with memories from his past life, the sight made his skin crawl. The beast twitched, sniffing the air. Its glowing eyes locked onto the hallway. Damn it, Fangi whispered. Elsewhere, rooftop girl. High above, a helicopter swept the city with its spotlight. On a rooftop stood a girl with long hair, casually licking a lollipop like the apocalypse was just her night shift. The rabbit who consumed the dark spirit fruit is still on the loose, she said into her comms. Speed is abnormally high. Keep tracking. With that, she launched off the rooftop, flipping through the sky like an acrobat. Midair, she stiffened. Her senses flared. I've detected the beast's dark energy again. It fled 20 kilometers to a residential area. Her voice sharpened. Immediate pursuit. Protect the residents. Stay cautious. The spirit fruit's effect isn't complete. It may still grow stronger. With a kick against the wall, she vanished into the night, streaking like a comet. Down below, a random pedestrian looked up, jaw hanging. Did I just see Sailor Moon? Inside the Central Channel manga department, one poor overworked editor rubs his eyes and mutters. Am I hallucinating from deadlines again? Or is there seriously someone jumping in front of the moon? His colleague, still red-eyed from inking panels all night, snaps back. Hallucinating? The only hallucination I see is you imagining you're done with the manga. Get back to work, we're on the 65th floor. But before the scolding can continue, the office lights flicker. Outside, framed against the glowing moon, a dark figure leaps, dramatic enough to put every shonen protagonist to shame. Meanwhile, on the streets below, the mutated beast roars and lunges at Fan Yi. Only this time, Fan Yi doesn't flinch. His golden eyes blaze as though he's powered by an ancient solar battery. Ever since his breakthrough, he thinks, my body moves sharper, faster. It's like the beast is charging at me in slow motion. Crackling golden energy coils around his hand, lighting up like he just grabbed hold of the sun itself. Already? Mutated beasts appearing this early? He mutters, half exasperated, half thrilled. He sidesteps the charge with ease, grabs the monster mid-swipe, and slams it into the pavement so hard the ground itself files for workers' compensation. The crowd in the distance might have expected screams of terror. Instead, the only thing heard is the crisp crack of bones and the ominous hum of energy. Golden light wreathes Fan Yi's body. His eyes narrow. The weak points the tail. He rockets upward like a golden cannonball, dragging a shockwave behind him. The earth splits beneath his feet, the beast flails midair. Too late. Fan Yi's fist glows like a miniature sun, and he unleashes a golden beam that burns across the night. The beast howls, writhes, and in a last act of desperation, tries to swallow the energy whole. Fan Yi smirks. Absorb this? You dare? That's solar-grade young energy, my friend. You're not snacking on the sun. The beast ignites from within. Boom! A blazing explosion tears the night apart. Up in his apartment, the poor manga editor nearly chokes on his instant noodles. Thunder? At midnight? He rushes to the window and blinks. Or maybe, I am hallucinating. Down below, Fan Yi lands lightly, shards of glowing energy scattering like golden fireflies around him. He dusts off his sleeves as though he hadn't just vaporized a nightmare rabbit monster. Fragments of a red eye roll to his feet. He stomps once, grinding it into the dirt with casual disdain. The beast was desperate. Reckless. Hungry. He mutters. Darkness-driven, but starving. If I hadn't awakened, I'd be dinner right now. His golden aura fades, and with it comes resolve. I need more spiritual techniques. Surviving what's ahead won't be possible with just this. Elsewhere, under the moonlight, a girl descends like a fallen star. She lands in the forest with enough force to crack branches and shake birds from their sleep. Kneeling by the charred corpse, she frowns. Torn apart already? She reaches for the remains but flinches back. Hot! Her eyes widen. This temperature. Young energy? And pure too. Exactly like the one reported at King Chang University. This is no coincidence. She presses her earpiece. HQ, the mutated rabbit is confirmed dead. But it wasn't me. Someone else did it. A pioneer. The calm line crackles. A pioneer? The one who purified King Chang University's northern gate. Yes. Not in the archives, strange. His elemental power is unusually pure. We need him. Contact immediately. Understood. She replies calmly, sealing the sample in her cloak. Her superior barks another order. Postpone everything else. Track him down. Persuade him. The association must have him. The girl pauses, unwrapping a lollipop with immaculate grace. She pops it into her mouth, chewing with all the seriousness of a top-tier spy. Got it, she says. But first, she takes a dramatic slurp. I want milk tea. Fan Yi couldn't help but wonder who this mysterious powerhouse was. Anyone who could release that much overwhelming energy definitely wasn't your average street cultivator. It had to be a true expert. He clenched his teeth and made a silent vow. No matter what, he'd meet this person one day. Meanwhile, somewhere else entirely, Funi stretched his arms wide in front of a giant window as golden sunlight poured into the room like it had been waiting all night just to spotlight him. The whole day starts in the morning. He announced to no one in particular, admiring the dazzling glow. Then, shirt off. Boom. Muscles out. If sunlight had feelings, it would have blushed. Waking up early helps with cultivation, he said, as if revealing a life hack no one on the internet had ever heard before. As he stood there basking in the warmth, glowing energy swirled around him. He activated the legendary golden sun breathing technique, guiding himself to feel the morning rays and absorb them like some oversized, shirtless solar panel. Fan Yi could sense it. Ever since he'd stepped into the Ghost Axe realm, the aura of the so-called mountain masterpiece became much clearer when using this technique. It felt like invisible golden threads were circling around the divine axe. Then, boom! A sudden explosion of light erupted. Wait, already? Fan Yi blinked. The breakthrough happened so fast it caught even him by surprise. Energy surged through his arm as he clenched his glowing fist. Lifting the golden axe, he realized it felt lighter. Much lighter. Swinging it experimentally, he mused. Cultivation is just like chopping wood. What really matters is persistence. Swoosh. His downward chop blasted radiant energy through his body, shaking the ground. Golden flames danced around him as he marveled at how much tougher his body had become. His eyes glowed like two molten suns. Still, he reminded himself, his fast progress wasn't just talent. It was thanks to leftover residual energy from his earlier breakthrough. Surrounded by blazing golden fire, he swore to take things one step at a time. No more flashy leaps. Well, hopefully. Then his eyes landed on a package conveniently stamped. Authentic goods. He frowned. Great. My breakthroughs are so loud, even my delivery parcels are embarrassed. I need to find a quieter spot. Elsewhere, at the association office. An old man, sipping tea and pretending to retire, suddenly froze. His phone pinged, solar energy fluctuations. His brow furrowed. Again? Is it that kid Fan Yi? Back in the mountains. Beside a quiet stream, Fan Yi sat cross-legged, pulling up his glowing screen interface like he was about to order takeout. A prompt asked, use code points to implant Yong attribute into weapon? Yes. He confirmed coolly. Golden energy wrapped around him in a swirl. He recalled his last attempt. He tried coding a figurine into a weapon. The result? It worked, until it exploded from the Yong attribute's sheer power. This time, however, was different. The new blade in his hand resonated with him deeply, as if it shared the same origin. His screen confirmed. Coding successful. He grinned. Perfect. Let's test it. Swish, boom. The swing unleashed so much energy he nearly started a forest fire. Coughing in relief, he muttered. Okay, maybe a little too perfect. Enter the girl. She dashed into the scene, smoke swirling around her. Seriously? I just went out for milk tea. 1 coupon. And now this? Damn Mercury retrograde. When she spotted the destruction, her jaw dropped. Her tear-filled eyes widened as she realized. Wait, last night his aura was only 1-star ghost axe. How is it now 2-star? And a spirit weapon? For reference, spirit weapons are rare. Legendary even. The association had only 2. And yet this random guy, Milk Tea Girl's least favorite headache, had 1? She laughed nervously. It must be a mistake. Totally a mistake. Yep. Definitely my imagination. Still, muttering under her breath, she got ready to clean the mess. Again.
And this is how this part of this manhwa ends. Also in the future I will be bringing more and more exciting videos. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, hit the like button and stay tuned until the next video.